Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is the story of how I went 3-1 with the Destined Rivals pre-release tournament. So when you first get your box, you will find a little pack that has a set deck. It's 40 cards, and then you get 4 booster packs to open to supplement your deck. I did not realize that they had extra energies up there in case you needed them till later. Otherwise, I definitely would have put an extra fire energy, but it worked out okay in the end. So I did pull this full art Team Rocket's Moltres EX, which is centered very well and it's beautiful. I did not want to play with this, so I put it in here to keep it safe and I set it off to the side. And from when you get your box to open it and start building your 40 card deck, you have half an hour. So the first thing that I did is obviously open all my packs to see what we're working with and my pre-built deck. And then I started by looking through all of them and taking out anything that I wouldn't have a pre-evolution to. Like I did not have a Team Rocket's Flaffy. I did not pull a Team Rocket's Blippy Bug. So I took all those out. No Fermantis. This one also takes 10 damage to itself and I don't have the evolution, so I took it out. And then I did take out anything that had the fighting energy because, again, I thought that it was only energies that you could use from what you pulled, and I did not pull any fighting type energy. So I just took all those out too. So after taking all of those out, this is what we were left with. I went through and I looked. I had no Ethan's Pokemon, so I just put that in this box. I had no Steven's Pokemon, so I obviously put that in this box. And then I sorted the ones that I had energy for. So actually this one I didn't have energy for. And then with this one, I could have used this one, search your deck for an item card, reveal it, and put it in your hand. But that would be the only thing that it would be useful for me for, so I just put that one in the box. And then the box that I got was Wheezing, Coughing, Gyarados, and Starmie. So these are the ones, the Misty's Pokemon that I had gotten. With a 40 card deck, you really don't want to be discarding cards. So I just didn't play any of those. I didn't think it was worth the turnaround to possibly run out of cards in my deck. I did put one Starmie in, but this one was extra because I only had 2 of the evolution. Then this one, since I only had 4 Misty's Pokemon altogether, I just put this one in the box. These are the other cards that just didn't make it into my deck. This one I pulled from my actual 40 card deck, pre-built. But the attack is choose one of your opponent's active Terra Pokemon's attacks and use it as this attack. I was not going to be facing anybody that had Terra Pokemon unless they were extremely lucky. So this was just useless to me. That would have just taken up space on my bench. Flip a coin if heads during your opponent's next turn. Prevent all damage from and effects of attacks done to this Pokemon. Only for 10 damage. That was in 30 HP. That was useless to me. This Pokemon also does 10 damage to itself. Also useless to me. Then I had, oh, this one I didn't have the any cards stage 1 or basic to go with that one. So then after that, besides what I have in my deck, these were the only cards that I was questioning on putting in there. This one I was leaning towards not putting it in because it only has 50 HP. I don't have an evolution for it. And it only does 10 damage. It does poison the opponent's Pokemon, so that could help me. I was thinking about that one. Flip a coin if heads your opponent's active. Pokemon is now paralyzed. Only 10 for Gnaw. This one I was considering, and I took this one out pretty much at the last 2 minutes. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. So I separated my cards like this. I had the energy, I had Pokemon, and then I had the supporter cards and item cards in here. And I only didn't use 2 trainer cards because they were useless to me. I did put every single other one in my deck to try to get things out as fast as possible. So then I sorted the Pokemon that I was thinking about this way, and since you can only have 6 Pokemon out at one time, I was trying to decide which ones could all fit on my bench. So I had 3 wheezing and 4 coughing because this attack does 40 damage for each Pokemon in play that has coughing or wheezing in its name, both yours and opponents. So this one was really going to be a hard hitter because the likelihood of somebody else having a coughing or wheezing out is pretty good. And that the coughing has, if this Pokemon is in the active spot and is damaged by an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, even as if this Pokemon is knocked out, search your deck for up to 2 Pokemon that have coughing in their name and put them onto your bench, then shuffle your deck. You're not really going to be using this attack unless you really have to. So for most of my matches, I kept these ones on my bench as a backup. I had about 3 sets on my bench. I was super lucky to pull this Team Rocket Moltres EX, obviously as well as the full art, and I did not want to use the full art, so I was really happy that I pulled this one, and I would have used this one if I thought I needed it, but because I only had the 1 fire energy, it wouldn't have been worth it for me to put both in my deck. I wish I would have known beforehand that I could go get more fire energy from where they had placed it, so that I could have probably had both. And then I would have taken this one out. Search your deck for a basic fire energy card and attach it to one of your Pokemon, then shuffle your deck. That's all I was going to use this card for. I didn't end up attacking with it. I had Misty Staryu. Flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed for 20. And then when you play it down to evolve Misty Starmie, if this Pokemon evolved from Misty Staryu during this turn, this attack does 80 more damage. So this was a really good hitter if you just have this in the active and you have this in your hand, put it down. That's a good quick attack for you. I did add Meowth. I did not have to use it, but choose a random card from your opponent's hand. Your opponent reveals that card and shovels it into their deck. Flip 3 coins. This attack does 20 damage for each heads. This was going to be pretty much a last resort Pokemon, or if I didn't pull anything at the get, then I pulled this, that would work. So that was kind of in the same boat with the Starmie. My main hitters were going to be the wheezing, coughing, and Moltres. And then why I chose this one over the Ekans was because Murkrow has search your deck for a supporter card, reveal it, and put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. This would have been perfect in order to get something to pull these Pokemon up. And then the other attack is for 30. Choose one of your opponent's active Pokemon's attacks during your opponent's next turn. That card can't use that attack. So I heard from other people around the room that this was actually doing a lot to people where they can't use their attack. I was pretty lucky and nobody had used this one on me. I didn't end up using it either, but if you're about to go play, that is a good pick. This one just does the flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. I thought that these two, even though this one cost 1 more energy, was going to work better. So to get to 40, what was left was obviously the item cards. I just put as many as I could, and energies. Like I said, I only had the 1 fire energy. I could have gotten more, but I didn't know till it was too late to change it. And I put as many dark energies that I had, and then I put the water ones to supplement and for the Staryus. So I had Switch, Great Ball, I had Nest Ball, Super Rod, and Team Rocket's Receiver. Search your deck for a supporter card that has Team Rocket in its name. Reveal it and put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. So that would have been able to get these ones out for me. Those were the only item cards that I had pulled. Oh, and the Ultra Ball. And then I did get the Special Energy, which was perfect for my Moltres. This card can only be attached to a Team Rocket's Pokemon. If this card is attached to anything other than a Team Rocket's Pokemon, discard this card. As long as this card is attached to a Pokemon, it provides 2 in any combination of Psychic or Dark Energy. And my Moltres needed 1 Fire Energy and 2 normal energy. So then if I had in 2 turns put this up there, I could do 110, and during your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes 50 less damage from attacks after applying weakness and resistance. And then with this card, since I have the Team Rocket's energy, I can discard a Team Rocket's energy from this Pokemon. If you do, discard your opponent's active Pokemon and all attached cards. And this card is also great because a lot of people did pull Tyranitar, and I resist fighting. So I also had Surfer. Switch your active Pokemon with one of your benched Pokemon. If you do, draw until you have 5 cards in your hand. This one saved me a couple times. Search your deck for up to 2 basic Pokemon or 1 evolution Pokemon. Reveal them and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. Shuffle your hand into your deck, then draw 5 cards. I never used this card. And then the Team Rockets, these 2 are the same. Search your deck for a trainer card, reveal it and put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. You can use this card only if any of your Team Rocket's Pokemon were knocked out during your opponent's last turn. Each player shuffles their hand into their deck, then you draw 5 cards and your opponent draws 3. This one saved my butt in my last match. Team Rockets, Proton. If you go first, you may use this card during your first turn. Search your deck for up to 3 basic Team Rockets Pokemon, reveal them and put them in your hand, then shuffle your deck. So then ideally, this is what I'd want my area to look like, where I have Moltres up front with the fire energy and the special energy, and then I have the 3 Weezings, a Team Rocket Murkrow, and a Misty Staryu, and then I would hope that I have the Misty Starmie in my hand and obviously an energy attached to it if I needed to play it. So my first 2 rounds went pretty much as expected, like that, where I was able to get the Moltres and the Fire and the Team Rocket's energy pretty much off the bat, and they couldn't really do much against me because even if they attacked me with Tyranitar, I resist, and I have the 50 less damage from attack, so I would take 80 less if I use this attack first. So sadly, the one that I lost was unfortunate. I lost within a couple turns because I was not able to pull any Pokemon. So this is what my hand was. I was able to evolve and knock out their Cyndaquil, being able to pull 1 prize card. This would have let me search my deck for a trainer card, so I could have gotten Nest Ball or Great Ball and been able to get more basic Pokemon, but then by that time they were able to get Typhlosion out and knocked me out, so I lost due to not having any Pokemon on my bench. And in my 4th match, I actually had my Moltres as a prize card. I was able to pull it, but I never ended up being able to use it. I was able to win with just Weezing. I was pretty hard stuck for a while because I was not able to pull any energy. I don't have Earthen Vessel, wasn't lucky to get anything like that to search my deck for any energy, so it pretty much was just the luck of the draw. Everything here I have is for basically just drawing Pokemon, but I was able to use this one, and this is what saved me my last round. So my Weezing was knocked out. I was able to use this card and the next turn and shuffle my hand into my deck. I draw 5 cards and my opponent would draw 3. At that match, I still had 4 prize cards left, and my opponent only had 1. So it was really, really close. I almost did not win that match. So yeah, that's how it went, and how the prizes worked, where if you went undefeated and won all 4 matches, then you would get 10 booster packs. If you won 3, lost 0, and had 1 tie, then you would get 7 booster packs. If you won 3 and lost 1, then you would get 4 booster packs, like I did. And then if you won 2 and lost 2, then you got 2 booster packs. I'm not sure. I think if you won 1, or even if you lost all of them, I think you still got 1 pack. So it's definitely worth it to go if your pre-release event has not happened yet. We are going to open our prize packs and hope that we get another really cool card. Obviously the code for TCG Live. Hopefully we'll pull something like that. A basic energy, Hippotos, draw 2 cards if your opponent has 3 or fewer prize cards remaining, then draw 2 more cards. And Macargo. Code, basic energy, Beldum, that's so cute. Discard a random card from your opponent's hand. And Sneasel, that's awesome. This one was being played a lot. Flip a coin. If heads, search your deck for an evolution, Team Rockets Pokemon, reveal it and put it into your hand. If tails, search your deck for a basic Team Rockets Pokemon, reveal it and put it in your hand, then shuffle your deck. Mimikyu and Wobbuffet. Move all damage counters from one of your benched Team Rockets Pokemon to one of your opponent's active Pokemon. I really wanted to pull this for the match. I wish I did. I don't know if anybody did, since obviously I could only face 4 people, but this would have been really nice to have. And our last pack with Cynthia and Garchomp. Team Rocket's Brother Bot. Turn one of your opponent's face-down prize cards face up and choose a random card from your opponent's hand. Your opponent reveals that card. You may have your opponent switch those cards. That is pretty nice. And Blaziken. Discard 2 energy from this Pokemon. This attack also does 120 to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon. Don't apply weakness and resistance for benched Pokemon. That's a pretty good card too. I did want to read this one. When one of your water Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, you may put all basic energy cards from that Pokemon into your hand instead of your discard pile. That is a very good card. I think I might put this one into my Chien-Pao deck when these cards go into play. Thank you for watching, everyone. If you did play in the pre-release tournament, then let me know how you did and if you pulled any really awesome cards. See you guys in the next one, where I promise you I'm going to open this Prismatic Evolution Super Premium Collection.